We need to clear the air on a few things. Number one, let's start off. Number one, we need to clear the air on a few things. Number one, I hope you realize the game was rigged last night. 12 hours later, whatever it is, 15 hours later, the game is rigged. Don't panic. Don't think because Indiana turned it over 25 times and they still won. The Thunder are in trouble. No, the Thunder are not in trouble. They just copied the same exact script from game one of the Denver Thunder conference semifinals. I know it was a few weeks ago, but let's not forget. They were up by how many points? Was it 8, 9, 10 points at home, game one, and the Nuggets came back and won on a buzzer beater by Aaron Gordon. Same exact script. They win on a buzzer beater. So they're just repeating the same exact script as game one against Denver. So the game was rigged and manipulated so they can sucker in some ratings because they know people not be watching the NBA Finals. I hope to God you know the game was rigged and there's no reason to watch game two because we need all of the support we need next year once this finals flames out, once it flukes out. It's still going to be lower than 2022. It's still going to be lower than your Warriors Cavs NBA Finals. Again, we need to take it to the next step. We need the best possible matchups where you can flip a coin and not have one-sided affairs that we have seen ever since 2023. Point two. Goat King LeBron never, ever said it was his last season next year. I'd be typing it on Google. He never, ever said such a thing. So that's fake news, and he never ever said next year was his final year. So let's clear that. Let's clear that out of the air right away. He never ever said next year was his last year. Who said it here? There was two people that said it over here. Who said that? Just my notifications just scrolling down. It may have been a couple days ago. Corrado Macedi says LeBron already says he retiring next year. He never ever said such a thing. The script is LeBron James 42. He retired at 42 years of age. Okay. Nude Levido says LeBron might retire 2026 or 2027. So some people are questionable. They're doubting a 24th season, but he never ever said so. He never ever said last year was definitely going to be his last. Oh, there's the comment. AJX-8582 said, he already said 25-26 his last season. He ends 4-6 in the finals, buddy. It's over not getting 6 rings, not like you fantasize, not the goal. Well, I got news for you. He never ever said next year was his last season, just like the people said he'd be retiring after 2023. Again, people fall for the fake news. He never is going to retire after 2023. Last year was never ever going to be his last season with the Lakers. He was playing with the Lakers, and next thing you know, he will be playing with the Lakers October of this upcoming fall/winter when we get to November. So Goat King LeBron will definitely be back. Next point of emphasis, the Pacers ain't got no chance because of the Las Vegas factor. We were cooked this year. Now, nobody's going to believe the Lakers are ever going to win because, Luka out of the first round again. Same result as last year. The team is just not going to fit the BS because they were playing some great ball before that scripted series. So this was pure brainwashing manipulation to have the Lakers still repeat the result of losing the first round with Luka. Anthony Davis not the problem. Go King LeBron the problem because they lost in the first round with Luka. Oh my God. And so again, over 90% of the handle, the total money wager, over 90% of the total tickets on the Indiana Pacers, they ain't got no chance of winning the finals. And so the odds will be slashed when we have a formal announcement that Goat King the Bond's going to come back. There'll be 7-1, 6-1, 8-1, whatever. They won't be 15, 16-1. I'm going to wait until the Goat King the Bond announcement that he comes back until we find out maybe the Lakers buy a center. They're not going to pay up 15, 16-1 next season. What was the last point of reference I wanted to make? Well, just to tell everybody that I'm going to be live for Yankees Red Sox. I need to do everything I can to boycott the bond. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, the UEFA Nation League final, the Yankees Red Sox. Yep. I know the Thunder game is going on, but I'm not watching that. We need to make the NBA hurt for not giving us Goat King the bond, or even the Warriors or somebody, even the Cavs in the bond. The Cavs, Thunder be much more excited. The Pacers, they might win in nothing. How many games they won? They won 50. How many games the Cavs won? I'm sure the Cavs won 50 games. Have won, 60 games, did they? How many times has an underdog won the game one with the 18-win differential from the opponent? You see, a team like that has never, ever won. You could have given us Cavs versus Thunder. Look, this team won 50 games. The Thunder won 68. That team ain't got no chance. The Pacers had to win thanks to outside help from the NBA. That the Cavs faked their injuries. These injuries are not even real on the Cavs. The Cavs faked their injuries. They were working for Las Vegas because they faked their injuries. I bet you these injuries are not even real. They're not even real, so the mob makes their money. These injuries on the Cavs, I guarantee you, are fake. Well, is Jason Tatum's injury fake? I'm not going to claim to know that. I definitely know the Cavs' injuries were fake. Could Jason Tatum's injury be real? Yeah, they're already down 3-1. They were losing in the game when Jason Tatum got injured. But you know what could be a better indicator if this is a fake injury? If Jason Tatum balls out next year like nothing has happened. When Jason Tatum wins the East and he's the best player in the Eastern Conference throughout the entirety of the postseason, you know that maybe it could have been a fake injury. But if Jason Tatum's the same player, then that would give more credence to a fake injury. If Tatum's the same player, then that may give some credence to a fake injury happening to Jason Tatum. I'm not saying it is definitely now. Wait till you see how the brother comes back from his ACL injury. I presume by February after the All-Star break. That's when I presume he's going to be back before his birthday. And the last point I like to make. This is not okay. I need to scroll up here to a recent comment. Okay, G Low Blaze. We want Pacers? No. Nobody wanted the Pacers. Bullshit. How come the media is saying, whoa, let's give a reason to watch the Pacers Thunder matchup because they know people not watching. Well, let me show you. The media said reasons why you should watch that series. I've seen articles like that on the mainstream media. Because they know people not going to watch. Let me show it to you. Oh, there it is. Yahoo Sports. 5 reasons why you should be watching this NBA. You see, they even they know people are not watching. They have to make an article saying why you should watch the finals. I'm sure Adam Silver wanted this PR article to come out. That's what I saw from the mainstream media. I wasn't tripping. They really did come out with the article, why you should watch this NBA Finals. How many retards really think the Pacers are going to win? You have to be deluded to think the Pacers even have a chance. This team destroyed the Wolves. The Nuggets only made it 7 games because Nikola Jokic is probably the best player on planet Earth. his PER, the player efficiency rating, is probably as high as Goat King LeBron, Michael Jordan, and Nikola Jokic is a top 5 player ever to play the game. He's the only reason why I won 7 games. This is like Goat King LeBron back in 2008, I think it was, that the Cavs lost in 7 games to the eventual champion Celtics because of Goat King LeBron's brilliance. That they lost in 7, the Nuggets, because of Nikola Jokic. That's what it reminds me of. The Celtics team that won 66 games with Garnett and Pierce and Allen that went on to beat the Lakers in 6. Well, Goat King LeBron, they only beat the Cavs in 7. Goat King LeBron better than Kobe. So, okay, the series, they have 18 games on them. They destroyed them in both matchups in the regular season. I hope no one's to lose. I'm going to ask the people again in the poll, in the community section, who's going to win the finals? How many people are going to fall for the betting public? Mainstream media is going to suddenly hype up Halliburton, the Pacers? Nah. The Thunder just purposely lost it. They sold game 1, so because they want to make more money too. We got to manipulate the ratings. We got to artificially increase the ratings. I hope there's no reason to watch the second, third quarter. The only good reason to watch was the first quarter to see, okay, how's the game going to go? And then the end of the fourth quarter, when it got close, okay, what the hell's going on? Of course, NBA hooked and bait the masses there. With under 2 minutes left, I did turn it on my phone, okay? But where was we all during the second and third and fourth quarters? Well, I watched until 4:40 of the second quarter. Then I decided to go because, the game's looking pretty real. The Thunder were going to dominate it. They're up 94-79, so the game was real. Then it was all fake nonsense. The last 8 minutes of the game was completely fake. So the last point I was making, okay, we want Pacers. You act like these are teams. But we two NBA fans. You guys are crying to not have Goat King LeBron or Stephen Curry. The ratings are going to be bad. You want Goat King LeBron. More people watch the finals when it's Goat King LeBron or the Celtics. And okay, I give him credit here. Tony, you're my guy. Yes, I am. And we're going to get that shit done next year in 2027. We got back-to-back rings. We on top of the world for 24 months. Back-to-back seasons, we're the best team in the world. Back-to-back seasons, not just 1 year, 2 years. Long after the World Cup, we on top of the world. Long after the Yankees win the World Series in 2026. But now I just watch because I grew up on you. Other than you don't convince me no more. You've been wrong on King Goat LeBron for the 5 years, getting me hopes up. What makes me mad lately is the NBA fan. Well, it is Goat King. How many people are going to predict Goat King LeBron to win 5-6 wins? Only one guy. Only one guy. I'm a real legend when Goat King LeBron wins the 5th and 6th win. That's what matters. One person has said from the very beginning, the Goat King LeBron prophecy is coming to fruition. It's not about why it didn't happen right now. It's a matter of eventually winning the 5th and 6th win. It's about eventually winning the 5th and 6th win. He's getting brainwashed. Well, the new guard has taken over for good. Bro, what about being a fan? I love the game and the new breed Tyrese Halliburton. No, go to the bottom time Michael Jordan and Kareem is a much better storyline. But what makes it even better is it don't happen at 40, 41 years of age or 39, 40 years of age, 38, 39, vice versa. What makes it even greater is the fact that he's doing it at 41 and 42 years of age. LeBron James, 42. Entire 42. NYC, 42. That's even better. The king got to come back at 41 years of age. Why do you think Kobe died at 41? Why all of this is lined up with Goat King LeBron at 41 playoff series wins of his career? Because it's go time. 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 That's what this is about right there. The 41 connecting the Kobe Bryant's 55 previous playoff series, 41 and 14, and LA equals 41 and 14 in the reverse side for 55 playoff series to his career. King James 55. What this about? What does this mean? It means it's go time. The time has come. It's go time. It's go time. NBA boring series. Thunder have already won. I'll come back to this when the Thunder win the championship. Series is already manipulated. They may win this. It's NBA rigged to the core. If they make this go 7 games, NBA rigged to the core. If they make this go 7 games, it's already rigged. If it goes 6 games, it's already rigged. They don't want to lose money now. It probably is rigged to go 6 games now. 5-game series 2 years ago. 5-game series last year. Boring matchups. It was lower than 2022 when we had Celtics and we had Warriors. Clearly the best 2 teams in basketball. Not so much the past couple of seasons. Mavericks had scrubs and rejects and discards. And then Kyrie and then Luka and a bunch of misfits. That was it. That was it. Miami Heat, Butler and a bunch of misfits. That was it. So they have, and this is ritualistic. They could have had a much better series. This is pure ritualistic. You see, because Cleveland, they don't make the finals without King Goat LeBron. Cleveland Cavs are never going to make the finals. I told you they were never. This is a curveball, no New York. Well, Jalen Brunson was already. It's because they play in Indiana and nobody's ever heard of Tyrese Halliburton. Well, I did. And you did because he was balling in the NBA Cup. So, of course, we know who Tyrese Halliburton is. But the point is that nobody knows who he is because he's playing in the small market. And NBA was like, okay, everyone knows Jalen Brunson and New York Knicks. Let's give the Indiana Pacers some exposure. Tyrese Halliburton, because all season long we'd be talking about the Cavs and the Celtics. So let's kind of hype up this guy, Tyrese Halliburton, give him a sponsorship, and kind of put him on the map as exposure is concerned when we are concerned about the time when the NBA is going to move on from GOAT King LeBron and Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. They didn't necessarily care about the big market, but don't worry, the New York Knicks will be in the finals in 2027, but the NBA want to hype up Tyrese Halliburton, and the narrative will be is that the New York Knicks cannot beat the Indiana Pacers, that Kevin Durant is too old. Oh, but just watch. Mike Malone is going to be the new coach of the New York Knicks. GOAT King LeBron getting the revenge against Michael Maloney. Baloney Maloney is his name. That's his new name. Baloney Maloney. Baloney Maloney. Baloney Maloney. That's his new name. I'm still going to knock his teeth out in 2027. The Okie LeBron say, he hate they Celtics. We're going to beat you bums next year. I fully expect Jason Tatum. I don't care if they're a 5th seed. I don't care if they are number 6 seed. I don't care. Celtics should make it next year. But it is going to be an interesting offseason to see how Boston does. It is going to be interesting. But they still have the very best of the best. The 3-point shooting that the Thunder have. Superstar Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown will still be there. They need Jaylen Brown because Jason Tatum is on the sidelines, and they need Jaylen Brown to do that work. As far as the backcourt is concerned, Al Horford won't be there. Okay, Porzingis is there. Maybe they buy another big man, whatever. The Boston Celtics and Joel Embiid as any plans to leave the 76ers. The Celtics may try to scoop up Joel Embiid. Giannis to the Celtics? Yeah, I don't think Celtics give up their court, but Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo. KAT to the Bucks, Kevin Durant to the New York Knicks, Giannis to the New York Knicks. The offseason can't be boring. Something is going down. Something, not nothing, is going down. A big trade during the holiday week of 4th of July. During the All-Star break of Major League Baseball. New York Knicks gonna have Kevin Durant and Bobby, Kevin Durant and Carl and Michael Malone. I don't give a damn about Jason Tatum injury. I don't give a damn. Kobe spent part of his childhood at Italy. Joe Mazzulla's half Italian. His daddy is Italian. You see, that's going to line up with the Beantown Game 7, Kobe Bean. Well, now the Celtics are without Jason Tatum, or the Lakers can have a better record than the Celtics. And let's say if the Lakers have home court, and then the series is supposed to end at Beantown, then Lakers in 6. Then it's Lakers in 6 games. If the series is supposed to end at Boston and Lakers have a better record, then Lakers win Game 6 to win the title at Beantown. That's Goki the Bond ties Kobe Bean Bryant. A better indicator would be the playoff series record for Goki the Bond against the Celtics during his time with the Cavs and the Heat. And so the end of the finals will depend on which team is going to have a better record in the regular season to have the home court in the NBA finals. Okay, I will bow out here. I hope everybody enjoyed Friday Fun Night. I will. I'm going to the bar. I'm going there at 7. You see, it won't be through the entirety of the Oilers game. Maybe I'll see the end of the Oilers game tonight. Oilers going to take this game tonight. They're going to win every game at Edmonton. The series is going to end at Edmonton. So here we go. I think the series ends on Donald Trump's birthday for Canada to win the Stanley Cup. The Thunder are going to win. It looks like the NBA trying to manipulate this to go 6 games. Hopefully it's a gentleman's sweep. Hopefully Thunder in 5. But looking like this year, they don't want 3 straight years of no Game 6. It's looking like the NBA has manipulated this series because they're scared of the ratings, and they don't want to go too many years without a Game 6 in the finals. So that's behind the manipulation of last night. Last night's not real, but I read the sheep comments on SportsCenter and ESPN and the YouTubes with the game highlights, and many, many people think the Sonics are cursed, that the Thunder are cursed for leaving Seattle. That is hogwash. They still winning the title. NBA want to keep this team at OKC. They want to keep a team for life at OKC. But it's clear what Kevin Durant must do. The Spurs were the Spurs already because of Greg Popovich and what have you. Kevin Durant must be the guy that's going to put the New York Knicks over the line. He's got to be the guy whose legacy is ending the title drought at the Mecca of basketball, which is New York City. That is Kevin Durant's mission. That is his quest. In 2029 is the year Kevin Durant is a legend, and he gets free hospitality at New York City for life. And of course, If NBA really hate Kevin Durant, then the Timberwolves are taking the title in 2029 because Edwards is 29. So by conclusion, a definite that the T-Wolves win the West in 2029 NBA Finals. It all depends if the Knicks and Kevin Durant, because he idolized Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant got to get revenge against Anthony Edwards for the sweep. So Kevin Durant, I believe, is due for revenge. No, you're fake. When you go to the ball and back to that time, there ain't no fake go ever. Don't you come here spelling your blasphemy like that. How Brazil do last night? How they do last night? I hope the problem's the manager, Carlos, John Carnito. What happened to them last night? They're garbage. You got more things to worry about than go to the ball being a so-called fake go. You worry about your Brazil now. Ecuador had more shots than Brazil. What's going down with Brazil in the World Cup? What's going down? We are a year away, and you still playing like garbage. Time is running out. Charlie, Yankees, Red Sox. I be watching Yankees, Red Sox. Am I going to put the NBA Finals game on the other TV? No, we need to make them hurt. And make them hurt. And destroy, sabotage, undermine the ratings. So we get Yoki LeBron in the finals next day. I'm watching Yankees Red Sox. I'm not going to put the Thunder on the other TV. UEFA Nation League Finals, Spain's going to dominate. And Yankees Red Sox at 4 o'clock. I know the Thunder game starts at 5 o'clock, whatever. But I'm not watching that Thunder game. The Thunder already won the finals. They already won the finals. Come back to me when they do well. I have to poll here in about 3 minutes. Thunder, they win the championship. There's no doubt about it. Too much money. They're far better than the Pacers. They're not paying out these long shot odds on the Pacers. It's just common sense. The Thunder is so much better. If it unscripted for 48 minutes, Thunder win the majority of the time, just as they did in the regular season. Common sense will prevail. Shaming ritual of Kevin Durant. He can't even make the play in, and the Thunder win the championship. The simple things that go with the shaming ritual. If I was right about Inter losing the final and PSG winning the Champions League without Kylian Mbappe, the oil-owned club, well, now the Oilers going to win the Stanley Cup and to get back at Donald Trump for the way he's treating Canada. And now they won without Mbappe PSG. The Thunder win without Kevin Durant.